Alright, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be starting up a new build series. It's going to be the truck series, and this truck right here I picked up for 450 bucks. What I want to do is fix up the engine. It's definitely got some issues, clean up the inside, rip this truck bed off, put a flatbed on, and then eventually build out a camper. The goal for this project, being the $450 truck, is going to be rebuild this entire thing for as cheap as possible, do it all myself and just find the parts along the way, use whatever wooden supplies I can. So I'm going to be tracking all of the costs through this build series, so make sure you check out the playlist down below if you want to follow along this specific project, and we're going to see how much it costs by the end of this. So I started this project about 2 months ago, and at this point we've already had the engine completely gone through. I've cleaned up the inside, we've gotten it through inspection, but in the video the first thing I have to do is get it inside the garage, fix the doors that are rusted and that they don't actually even open, and just try to get this thing cleaned up so I can see what we're going to be working with. Well, first part's out of the truck. The truck fits enough that I can definitely work on the engine with the garage door, and we've got like no room to spare. Yeah, we got like 3 inches to spare. Pretty close. But the good news is we're inside the garage, which means once I put that wood wall over there inside the garage wall, then we can insulate it and I'll be warm for the winter, which means this guy will be our winter project. Yeah, I think that's gonna definitely work out a lot better than freezing ourselves out in the freezing cold. Luckily, it's kind of warm this year. It's been like 30s and 20s, but I know that's not gonna let it trick me. February, early March are coming, and that's when it's gonna go negative.
No purchase necessary. Download the Shaw's Deals and Delivery app.
No, I'm not joking. It literally has like mold on everything. It's pretty bad. It's alright. The ceiling's falling. Got junk everywhere. There's mold all over the dash. We're gonna clean this guy up. All right, I'm gonna say that the inside of this truck is as clean as it's ever gonna get because I pretty much just vacuum cleaned everything, wiped everything down, restored all the inside plastic and stuff as best as it can be. The inside's pretty much clean. This truck used to be owned by someone who did smoke, so it had that smell that just kind of gets left over and that kind of little film that's left on all the plastic. So we got rid of all that. It smells like a new car at this point, which is great. And then now the next thing I'm going to try to do is the real difficult part that I've never done before is try to fix this headliner. I bought some glue and some adhesive that's supposed to work for it. So I'm going to have to go look some stuff up online, kind of do some research real quick to figure out the best way to do it. And then we're going to try to get this headliner fixed, get that thing put back in. And then the inside of this truck is going to be like good to go. All right, the inside of the truck is all cleaned up. I got the headliner back in. It's held up pretty good over the last few weeks. I think I did a pretty decent job for the first time ever doing it, but the fact that the inside of the truck is completely clean is just awesome because now, it doesn't smell. It actually smells like pretty much a new car, even though it sure doesn't necessarily look like one. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about all that. In terms of cost, I'm currently into the truck $720 for purchase, registration, and taxes. And then I just spent about $60 in all the cleaning supplies and a different different types of tools that you might have seen me just use. I did already own a shop vac, you know, the impacts, the ratchets, and all that kind of stuff, so I didn't have to spend money on those tools, but I did have to spend some things on cleaning supplies. I think right now we're about $800 on the entire project, but the problem is now we're gonna have to get into the engine compartment and start working and replacing parts, switching out the battery, oil changes, and then trying to figure out exactly what else is wrong with the engine. But this is probably gonna be where the cost starts going up quite a bit faster. All right, engine's clean.
You ready? Oh wow, it's really clean. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. You did it yourself?
I did it myself.
You did it yourself?
Yeah.
Huh.
Now I just gotta fix the parts that are broken, but at least it's clean and not greasy.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's something.
I don't know if I would eat off of it,
Oh!
but it's a lot better than it was.
Depends what you're eating.
I don't know what you're eating. You're gonna look at the inside too?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the inside too. The whole 9 yards.
Oh, I greased it. You gotta give it a pull. There you go. See, I fixed the door too!
Wow.
Yeah, that I'm happy with. That's really clean.
Smells really good.
Yeah, carpets and all.
Oh.
I still have to put in the dash. It's still coming in from the store.
Nice.
Thanks.
Well done.
All right, so cleaning is done. Inside is done, carpets are done, roof headliner's done. I just cleaned the entire engine bay, and at this point, I have to start fixing the things that are actually wrong with the truck. And then I gotta do a couple other little things with the dash heater, a couple fuses, and then really dig into it, change the oil. I think the alternator's fine. It does charge. It might be on its way out, but it's a really easy switch, so I can do that at any point. I'm not too worried about it. We should be good to go.
As well as fast access to experts 24/7.
I just got some new parts back in, so the new dash cluster just arrived. I pulled out, the heater wasn't working, and I found that the motor resistor was bad, so got a new one. So now we've got that, and I got an oil filter. So I'm hoping that, you know, we put this in, the heater works. We put this in, everything works. The fuel pump, all that kind of stuff, because we've had quite a few issues with this truck where the fuel pump might be bad, but I can hear it clicking. It's just not registering over to the actual dash console. So I got a new one to fix the tach, the speedometer, and that, and I'm hoping that that will solve all of the issues all at once. So we're gonna just try to get back into this thing and yeah, see if we can get it going.
So,
What's
my
up?
glasses are all foggy because it's cold out and hot in here.
So while I'm working in here on the truck, slaving away on the truck, you're sledding.
I'm about to go sledding.
Oh, okay.
Do it!
All right, the dash inside, still working. It did not reveal that the fuel pump is bad or anything like that, so luckily, I think we're pretty much good to go. The bad news is now the actual sensors all work, so now I can actually plug in my sensor, see what kind of codes are coming up on the engine, and now we have to start diving into the actual engine bay. The first thing I'm gonna be working on is changing out the steering pump. The vehicle right now doesn't have steering or braking, so it's either going to be that or the hydro boost pump, so we're going to tackle those projects first. Hopefully nothing gets revealed you know, in the background while we're fixing this part, and that everything can keep, you know, moving forward into a functional working vehicle. In terms of cost, I've officially spent $281 and I think it was 34 cents on the previous, you know, fix-ups, the battery, changing out the filters and things like that. So our grand total is what, $1,000 $80 something and 34 cents. I'll put it right down at the bottom. But that's where we're at. And at this point, we got to get that power steering pump switched out. My dad came up for the weekend. This is the first time you're seeing the truck.
Yeah, and it's great.
Well,
it's
better now.
This is a diamond in the rough.
Well, that's what the one thing about this series, which I didn't, I explained a little bit, and I'm going to explain more, is that like this truck we got for 450 bucks.
Steel.
It's because we're doing all the work ourselves, and right now it's like maybe like the 1,000-1,500 into it.
Still.
You can't beat it. 4-wheel drive, high, low, I mean, you can't beat it.
Can't beat it, especially for being up here in the Adirondacks,
I know. The best part is I'm going to end up putting a flatbed on this thing, and we're putting a camper on the back. So this thing is going to be like the most inexpensive camper, like just go out and have some fun, but also a very good utility yard vehicle. That's what this thing's going to be. So I'm pretty sure that anyone out there, if you guys are interested, I know it's a lot of work. You got to learn some mechanic stuff. You got to do quite a bit of, cleaning on the inside. But you can find a pretty old truck, something beat up, and we're gonna make this thing something for not a lot of money, I swear. I'm gonna try to keep this as low budget as possible and make it as awesome as possible at the same time.
As well as fast access to experts 24/7.
Alright, let me try.
It's not moving here.
There it goes. Engine is ripped apart. I feel like now we've taken Dale's fan clutch off to fix his water pump. Now we've taken this fan clutch off to fix the power steering pump. We did the same thing on Ivan to change that power steering pump. I am not having any luck with any type of engine in 2020, 2021. We'll say both years. And in about 3 or 4 days or a few days, it's going to be New Year's, and then we're going to have to throw this into 2022 and say that all 3 years I've just had bad luck with water pumps and steering pumps and things like that, and this one might actually be one of the easiest ones to change, it looks like so far. We'll see. Funny thing too is Navi, Ivan, and this vehicle are all 2004s. I didn't do that on purpose. That was a complete accident. I didn't even know until I titled all the vehicles, but I'm not having too much luck with 2004, and I don't know what happened in 2004 back in my life that I should be, repenting from, or bad karma came my direction. What do you think, Dad?
Well, don't blame me.
Technically, I'm your fault. I'm gonna need some, can you give me the pulley, or the pipe?
Voila!
Well, we got the old one out, and we got the new one right here. They both match, so that means we definitely got the right one. Thank you to the auto parts store for making sure they matched it with us. But this is what was wrong. You can hear it. You hear that? Yeah, bad pump. That was why the steering and braking don't work. So just a quick pump. Fun thing is it definitely, well, not fun thing actually. Bad thing is this took us like 4 hours to change to pull it out. But that pump only costs $75. So this isn't exactly an expensive fix. It's just a lot of time and just a lot of figuring it out and going through it. But I mean, this whole thing's gonna get fixed for 70 bucks. And we're gonna have our braking and steering back, which is gonna be awesome. You really can't complain when it's like a cheap fix, but it's just something that takes quite a bit of time. The pump is back in, and at this point, we're going through that really fun process of making sure that we bleed all the lines out. So we're doing that really fun, turn the wheel, turn the wheel, turn the wheel, turn the wheel. And we're just watching bubbles come out. I swear it's a lot more fun than it looks. I did it 15, now he's doing it 15. Hopefully this will work quicker than Slater. My arms are getting tired, my hands are getting tired. Gotta be at like 13, this will be 13.
Wrench is right there.
They go in here. Okay, the engine is completely back together. We tested everything. We're pretty sure it all works. On a scale of 1 to 10, Dad.
Oh, I think we got a 10.
Oh, wow, I thought he was gonna say like a 7.
We may have to bleed the brakes yet.
Yeah, I think, yeah, we gotta do some other things.
We gotta change a tire.
Yeah, we gotta change a tire. We found one of the tires that has some some wire, so yeah, some cord showing. So we're gonna switch out the, it's not really a spare, it's an actual tire. We're gonna take the one that's on the back, flip it out, and then we're gonna take this tire over to the mechanic shop and let them put a new tire on it. I think we're pretty much, once we like bleed the brakes and check a few things, I think we take this thing for a little driveway turnaround.
I think we do it right now.
Yeah, driveway turnaround. Dash works, truck's clean. Starts.
Somebody's got to be ready to throw something underneath the wheels to stop you.
Yeah, someone's gonna take me down. Hey, did you put the bungee cord on the back of the nice form? Here, you take this.
We'll see. I don't know if this is really a good idea. We'll see what happens. The worst thing is, we go for a little bit of a sleigh ride. Oh, it just makes it out of the garage, too.
Okay, so the truck runs, the steering works, the brakes work. I do think we're having an issue with our ABS system. Something's going on with engaging the ABS. I can feel it pulsating. And then I think we have an idle problem, which could be quite a few different things. We're low on fuel. We're gonna go to the gas station real quick, put some fuel in it, see what happens. I don't know, this is an adventure. We're all going on it. Definitely an ABS issue going on. I think this engine's in rough shape. So we're almost at the point where we can pull off the truck bed, start working on the flatbed and the camper, but we have to get this truck completely in 100% working order first, get it through inspection, you know, and just kind of get it roadworthy first. So in the next video, we're gonna be ripping off the whole tailgate on the back, welding on a bumper. A bunch of the tires ended up going flat and showing cords on them, so we had to change those. And in the meantime, I found out that all the brakes, calipers, and rotors were completely shot. So we're gonna do an entire shoe change on the entire truck. So that's all coming up in the next episode. Current cost total, we're just above $1,200 on the build, and obviously it's gonna be going up in the next one. Hopefully we can keep it under $2,000, but we'll find out in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.